Hello, hello, crafty peeps. Welcome back to my channel, Crafty-ish-kristyn. Today, we are going to have ourselves a little WIP and Chatty rant. What is a WIP and Chatty rant? You may be asking yourself. WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress. And a chatty rant is me chatting and ranting about the goings-on over the past week or so. Today, my WIP is strawberry and custard. This is from Diamond Art Club. This was a gift from the lovely Zelda. Thank you, Zelda. It is 50.7 centimeters by 76 centimeters. They are round drills, and as you can see, I have done some right here, and it is looking really good. The color blocking, while it goes fast, it is not straight. And that is all operator error on my part. I will own that because I am not patient enough to try to make every dill straight. So what else am I working with? I have my release papers from Bee's Crafty Corner. I have my drills in my Elizabeth Ward containers. I was going to put these in my tower, but I moved my tower because I'm still trying to finish up the Last Supper. So they're in here right now. These were a lovely gift from Gems Divine, and these are cover minders, and I believe she said they were from Mad from Minders. My pink scissors, Amazon. 2 mini pens from Jim's Handmade Pens on Etsy. This is a 3D printed multi-placer from Dynamite Diamond Shop on Etsy. And I am using some putty that Jamie made, the lovely Bassin Girl Crafts on YouTube. And this one has a super old glue dot in it. My Ephemera 3D pink and black tray. I think that is pretty much it. And I have a box to open. Kind of looks like, I don't know if somebody was trying to get into the box or something was trying to get out of the box, but oh help, oh my. I've been told I need to open this, so I'm going to open it, but I need to be careful because the box is very stuffed, and Duncan is here to help me. Sharky is sitting at the top of my canvas up there, and he was just licking the plastic. So helpful. So we're going to do this, trying not to cut myself. These scissors are really sharp, really sharp. Okay, there we go. All right, kind of do this side. Oh my goodness, Duncan, be careful. I don't know what's going to come out of this box. Okay. No. Maybe. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh dear. Can you see what I see? Duncan, do you see what I see? My gosh. This. Oh no, it's Vippy. Pippi's cousin. Oh. I think Vippy has been tied up and taken hostage. Is that tape on Vippy's beak? The horrors. Duncan clearly does not care about poor Vippy. Oh no. All right. Well, I will free Vippy. Free Vippy, right? Free Vippy. Here you go, little friend. Let's get you safe. Oh my gosh, Duncan is trying to crawl in the box. Wow, Duncan. Wow. Oh, he fits. If I fits, I sits, right? Get that off you. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, that's so much better. That's so much better. Vippy, you're safe now. You're here. So I am so glad that we were able to rescue Vippy from Mushy, and I don't know if it was the DPP or not. She'll have to wait and tell us. So, all right, I'm going to zoom in, put Vippy somewhere safe, maybe give Vippy some liquids, because gosh only knows how long Vippy has been in that poor box. And I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, we are going to be working on Custard's face. I purposely worked around that section so we could work on custard together. Before I forget, I hope everybody is doing awesome, well, and amazing. And if you are not, I hope it gets better soon, because you are awesome and you have made it through 100% of your worst days. So this right here, this video right here is WIP&chattyrant number 75. 75! I thought maybe I was imagining things. I was like, there's no way I've done 75 WIP&chattyrants. But I have. Crazy, I know. So, if this is your first WIP&chattyrant, well, then, I'd like to say you're in for a treat, but I don't know how this is going to turn out until I'm done with it. So, it is later. It is a lot later than normal, than when I film. And sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad, sometimes it doesn't matter. I know my lighting is a little bit more yellow than I would like, but I can't do anything about that. And I know a lot of people don't even watch the screen anyways. Okay, that was one too many. These drills are lining up very nicely, very nicely. Even the color blocking sections, if I was slower and less impatient, then, you know, they probably would look nicer. But I'm okay with it. I am totally fine with my drills being a little not perfect. So, there's that. There is that. I have been working on the Last Supper, and I am actually further than I thought I was. I thought I had more of the kind of, you know, the areas to do, but I am really, really, really close to only having the Jesus figurine in the middle left to do. So I am hoping this weekend I can work on the areas around that, and then the video next week. I am hoping that maybe I can finish him on camera. We will see. I was going to work on that today, but it's really hard to move on and off the easel. And so I thought, no, I'm just going to leave it there. Work on this one. Because and it's getting heavy too. I mean, 180 centimeters long is a decent sized diamond painting. That will be very exciting to have that finished. Because I think I did. I think I started that in, I want to say June or July. So it's been a whip for a hot minute, that's for sure. Let's do Mr. Red. Ooh, I did dishes, and I think I got water caught underneath my watch band, because now my arm just feels kind of clammy and gross. Yay, fun! Let's see. So Last Supper, I did do another mini from my AliExpress mini canvas set. And yeah, I don't know. Well, the problem is it's acrylic drills. I knew that going in, but there is a lot of trash in those acrylic drills. And the problem I'm kind of finding is that I don't know how many extras they gave me. And now the cat, Sharky, he's trying to lick the plastic on the end of the diamond painting. This is going to be a mess. I knew that they were acrylics. Like, I knew that. I'm just concerned. I don't know how many extras they put in there. And so I'm trying not to just purge all of the ones with tabs and stuff, just because, do you hear that? He's chewing. Hold, please. All right, this cat is going to make me have to edit more than I want to edit. What was I saying? I don't remember. I don't know how many extras they gave you. And I'm not trying to throw all the little, imperfect tabbed ones away, etc., because I don't know how many extras they gave me. I will say there is not going to be a problem of popping. And that is because the squares are noticeably bigger than what the drills are. So you can't really multi-place them and have them look nice, which, you know, I mean, it's a small canvas. That's not the end of the world, but yeah. Definitely not the same experience if you're used to, you know, a paint gem, a mini dazzles. The quality level is definitely not at that level, for sure. Oh my gosh, now the cat is licking the diamond painting. Anyone else? Like, it's been a long time since I've watched the movie Zoolander. So many good one-liners from that movie. And one thing I feel like I've been saying a lot lately is I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I legit feel like I'm taking crazy pills right now. I'm like, why is all this, like, why is my cat licking the plastic on the diamond painting while I'm trying to sit here and have a conversation with my friends? I don't understand. I don't know. All right, I wrapped Vippy's bandana around the end of the canvas. Maybe that will deter the cat. I had several instances this last week where I said out loud, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I started, I didn't start, but I was trying to find something. I got the urge to use my steam mop. I haven't used it in years. And for some reason, I think I saw some video on Facebook where somebody used, you know, a mop, like a broom, a really aggressive mop, and they were like, you know, really rubbing up the you know, the vinyl or the linoleum floor, and they got a bunch of extra dirt out of the little cracks and crevices. And I thought to myself, ooh, I wonder if my steam mop would do that. So I was like, I have a steam mop. Let's get it out. Yeah, I got it out. I couldn't find the little water reservoir thingy. You know, the thing that you put the water in. And I know I've seen it. Do I remember where I saw it? No. Why would I remember where I saw it? Oh, okay. I think I ripped that one off on accident. No, I didn't remember where I saw it. And so I took the whole downstairs bathroom apart, trying to find this steam mop reservoir situation. Couldn't find it. For some reason, the ironing board was in the bathroom, just kind of relaxing against a wall. Well, I bumped it with the cabinet door. Then the ironing board fell down and hit me in the head, which it's a metal ironing board. You know, well, not like metal, but you know what I mean. That didn't feel good. Couldn't find the steam mop thing. Got really discouraged. And then I was looking for something else. I was looking for the strainer. You know, when you buy a strainer set, we have these, they're silicone, and they kind of fold up into themselves to, you know, not take up so much space. Well, there's a small, a medium, and a large. I was looking for medium. That's usually the size that I go for when I'm using something. And I could not find medium. I could not find the medium one. And I know I've seen it. I could not find it. I'm looking in cupboards that normally I would not look in. And I was looking in one cupboard that's kind of above the counter right by the oven. Because my husband, you know, love him. Love that he tries to clean up. But he's been known to just pick up things off the counter and just put them in the cupboard that's closest to where he's at. And usually he put things up high because he's tall. Well, I opened this cupboard and it's supposed to have spices and, you know, maybe prescriptions and emergency flashlight. Well, it had gotten so full with empty prescription bottles that the metal flashlight that was in there decided to fall out on me. We're sensing a theme here. I was like, it fell on my head and then it fell on my toe. And I was not happy. I was very colorful in my language. Yes, I was. So then I was like, I'm going to clean this cupboard out. You know, but first I had to finish cooking dinner because I was looking for the strainer. I did finally find the strainer. It was under the little Lazy Susan cabinet. Somehow it got shoved all the way under there. Don't know how that got there, but it did. And what else? Then I couldn't find my computer charger. It had been one place. I looked and it was not there. And it had gotten moved and picked up and put somewhere safe. Well, unfortunately, I didn't know where that safe place was because I didn't move it there. It's like, oh my gosh. I literally, it was a 1-day period where I was like, am I losing my mind? Or, you know, is somebody playing a trick on me? But I did find the steam mop thing 3 days later. And I found the strainer. And I found my computer charging cord. So we got that going for us. That was great. I don't know about anybody else, but our area has been experiencing a cold weather time. I don't know what it's called. Season. It's not a season, but it's been cold. It's been very freaking cold. Colder than what I feel like our area should be. So we had all the random snow days, the no school days, the late start days, you know, and so luckily this week we've been pretty lucky and it's just been cold. The problem with being cold for us is that we have a heat pump, and the heat pump does not like weather that is under, 35 degrees. And it's been under 35 for several weeks. And that means that our power bill is going to be very, 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 very high. It's always high in the wintertime, because it's dark and it's cold. But when you have a heat pump and then you have a, what do they call it? Auxiliary furnace. Well, the furnace has pretty much been going nonstop for the last few weeks. And that uses a lot more power than the heat pump. I'm going to be scrimping and saving to pay next month's power bill, because as much as my husband's like, just put on another layer of clothes. Like, I cannot wear any more clothing. I already have, like a pair of leggings, and then I have a pair of fleece pajama pants, and then I have my regular t-shirt, and then I have, like a fleece situation kind of like this, or a sweatshirt, and then I also have like a velour type bathrobe that I wear around the house. I can't wear any more clothes because I need to be able to move my arms and to move around and function as a normal human being. I was like, no, I can't. I'm sorry. And my mom, she's like 100 pounds barely, and she needs the heat on too. And she's got a little portable space heater that she'll use downstairs as well that definitely heats up her area. I'm a little jealous, but it's a more contained area, so the heat can, pool and stay there. But, oh my goodness, I'm like, I don't like being cold, and I use a ton of blankets at night anyways. Yeah, I will be ready for some warmer weather. I think it said in a week it was supposed to be almost 50 here, which I'm like, what the heck is going on? Random. So power bill was expensive last month, and it was kind of expensive the month before because we had the bomb cyclone and it was really cold outside, and then making up for lost time, I guess. We had every light on known to mankind. And we have a fireplace, but we had it inspected when we first moved in, and they were like, yeah, you need to do a few things to it if you want to actually use it. And then we never did. And they said they probably built it more for looks and not actual function and warmth. Like, well, that's great. Super helpful. Thank you, previous homeowners. Let's see. Let's do this little pink over here. see. Oh, yes. So my tarot card canvas. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's going to work out. I'm having some issues with it. And I don't know if it's savable realistically. It's just not sticking nicely, and the rendering is really blurry. And I just, at some point you just have to go, okay, this was not meant to be, and move on to something else. We will see. I put down some of the, the diamond adhesive stuff and kind of letting it try to sit, and that really didn't help much. So I thought maybe I'll let it sit a little bit longer, but I don't know. I'm done. I'm mentally done messing with the canvas at this point. We will see. But the good news is I did have this, and I thought, well, let me kit it up as a backup round canvas, and I am glad I did. And if you missed the kitting up of this, there was a lot of static. Lovely. And I did mention that I had purchased this canvas when it came out. And then I had a friend come over, and they gotten into diamond painting, and they really liked this canvas. And I, being the kind-hearted person that I am, I let them take it, even though I really didn't want to. And then I was like, well, I'll just rebuy it, but I never did. And then Zelda sent it to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have to rebuy it now. And I am very much looking forward to finishing it, because there's a lot of color blocking, and so I don't think it'll take too long to get it done. And I am still waiting. I'm filming this on Wednesday. It'll probably go out on Friday. I still have not heard back from Art and Soul regarding the wrong canvas situation with ordering AB drills and receiving fairy dust and a fairy dust rendered canvas. So I'm still waiting to hear back. I am going to email them probably tomorrow, just to be like, hey, how's it going? Any idea what we can do to get this situated? Because I really do want to do the canvas. I just don't know. I don't know if the rendering is different based on the special drills that are included in the kits. Like, for example, is there a different rendering for a full crystal canvas with fairy dust drills as your special drills versus a different rendering for an all crystal kit with AB drills? Or is there a different rendering for a all crystal kit, that doesn't have any special drills? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because I don't want to kit it up and then end up having to send me a whole new canvas or whatever, because the rendering is completely different, and I don't want to do something that's going to be, not useful, Why kit up something twice if they're going to be like, nope, we just need to send you an all new thing. Work smarter, not harder. And you can't see Duncan, but he is sitting in that box that Vippy came in. Yep. Oh, Duncan. Okay, there is that. Let's see. Oh, I always miss at least one. It never fails. We did have several late start days and no school days last week. And one of those days, I think it was Thursday. It was late start, and we needed to go to Costco. So we dropped people off at school, and then we went to Costco. And I kind of forgot about the Super Bowl because I don't watch it, because I don't really care. So we went to Costco, and it was crazy busy. I was like, what the heck? It is a Thursday. First of all, why aren't all these people at work? rude. And second of all, why are there so many people? Well, then I was like, oh, Costco and Super Bowl. And we were talking about getting a new TV. And we went to the TV section. Stood there looking at the different versions. There are so many different kinds of TVs. Like, just give me like 5 choices. Don't give me 30 choices with all these different features and all these different words and abbreviations that I don't know anything about. Luckily, my husband kind of understood them. Thank goodness. Because he's like, no, we can't just get an LED TV. Because I thought, I said, well, LED is like the best thing, right? And he's like, no, LED is crap now. I was like, what? When did that happen? Whatever. I guess there was LED, there was QLED, and then there was OLED. And me just sitting there nodding, smiling, like, oh yeah. They all, the LED one did not look as crisp as the other two. The other two looked exactly the same to me. So he's looking, and I said, well, what size? And he was like, well, we should get this size. And I said, well, but how big is the TV we have? Well, I don't know. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? Well, I think it's this one. Like, I don't want to spend that much money on a TV if we don't know that it is going to be the right size. They might have a restocking fee or something if you buy it and you try to return it, I have no idea. After 20 minutes of standing there debating, I was like, I'm done. Like, I actually have shopping I need to do, and I need to get out of the store because there are people trying to crawl up my butt, and I am done with people almost running into me. So, TV did not get purchased. Not at all. Which was fine. Okay, get off there. When we walked in, I was very confused. And I don't fully follow the news just because it makes me have anxiety and I don't want to deal with it. And I said, everybody has eggs. And he said, well, yeah, that's because eggs are really expensive. And I said, well, but how expensive? Come on. Literally everybody had eggs in their cart. We were walking in and everybody who was leaving had eggs. And I said, well, I want to go look at the eggs. And he said, we don't need eggs. I said, I don't care. Everybody has eggs. I got to find out why. And I went into the refrigerated area. And I looked at the price of the eggs. And I was like, oh my gosh. Because the 24-pack of eggs was $7.99. And there was a sign that said, limit 3 packages of eggs per customer. I was like, well, I don't need 3 packages because, yikes. I don't want to have to throw half the eggs away because we won't eat that many eggs. But people were like scowling at the sign. Well, I need more than that. It's like, well, I don't know. Sorry. Go to the grocery store and buy them, I guess. But, I think I looked at Safeway when I was there, and the 12-pack of eggs was, I think, 8 something. So, that's a good deal for 24 eggs. That is a good deal. And so I got 2 packs of eggs. Just because I was like, well, I have to. It seemed like, I might get kicked out of Costco if I didn't buy the eggs. So I did. Oh my gosh, this is moving all over the place. Yikes. But they don't have my favorite salsa at Costco anymore. I'm really sad. I looked on Amazon and it's really expensive. I was like, well, no, never mind. I don't like it that much. Let's see what else. There was something else at Costco, but I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, so the next day, because I didn't get gas when I was there, because why would I multitask? That's stupid. The next day I went to Costco for gas after I dropped off at school. And, I'm in my PJs because, I'm just getting out to pump gas and I don't get out at school. I'm not that crazy. And I pumped my gas and I finished. I was behind a car and the lady was still kind of pumping her gas, and there wasn't really room to go around the car, which I don't really like doing that anyways. I feel like that's kind of a dick move. I wasn't in a hurry. There was nobody behind me. I was like, it's fine. So I was just kind of waiting for her to finish and start her car. I had my car started. I'm looking at my phone, and I hear this boom. And I instinctively turned my car engine off, which I'm like, I don't even know how I thought to do that. I just did it. I thought that there was an explosion somewhere at the gas station, or I thought maybe something in my car exploded. It moved my whole car. It was crazy. It was so scary. And so I turned my car off, and I'm looking out the window, and the lady in front of me jumps out of her car, and she says, "What was that?" And we're both like pajama twins, right? Because, you know, you can tell the mom I'm dropping kids off at school uniform, basically. And I was like, I don't know. And she goes, I think that was my car. And I said, was that your car? I said, I was worried it was my car. And she's like, I don't know. And so she was really freaked out. The gas station attendant was nowhere to be found. He was helping there was a guy, you know, like one of the gas tanker trucks was pumping gas into wherever they pump it. I don't know. Oh, she's like, I don't know. And she said, should I try to start my car? I was like, I have no idea. Don't ask me. And then this other lady who was next to us, she came over and she goes, was that your car? And we're like, we don't know. And so she tried to start her car and it wouldn't start. And she was trying to, you know, turning the engine over, nothing. She's like, oh no. And I was like, I don't know what to do. You know, this is not my department. I just drive the cars. I don't maintain them. And so we're kind of like looking at the car, you know, like imagine like, you know, people just kind of standing around kicking some wheels, pretending like they know what they're talking about. No, we know nothing. And I said, let me go get the gas attendant. You know, he was in his little hut doing something. And I mean, I go to the same Costco for gas. I'm there, you know, once, twice a week. And so I recognized the guy and I said, hey, we kind of have a problem over here. And I kind of explained what happened. And he goes, well, I'm not a mechanic. And this guy's like, he's older. He's a little unsteady on his feet, but he gets around. And he said, you know, I'm not a mechanic. And I said, well, neither am I, obviously. I mean, I'm in pajamas, so nobody's asking me for car advice. And so he's, you know, said, yeah, you know, so you can't start it. And she's like, no. And he said, well, you're going to have to move it because we can't leave it here because it's, you know, 8 a.m. Gas station's only going to get busier. And he's like, well, we need to push it out of the way. And so she got in her car and he said, you know, put it in neutral and, you know, we'll push. Now, and this is going to sound awful, and I'm not trying to sound awful. I'm just going to say that now. I firmly believe that women can do a lot of things, okay? But if there is a 20-something, 30-something-year-old man standing there watching two females in pajama pants and like slip-on shoes and an older gentleman who looks like he's about to fall over, I feel like that person should maybe be like, hey, do you guys need some help pushing that car? No. There were at least 3 people that I saw, like, that looked, and I'm not saying maybe they weren't able-bodied males, but none of them asked, are you okay? Do you need help? And then we were pushing it into a parking spot and kind of getting it out of the main area. And this truck with a bunch of landscaping equipment and stuff, they pulled up next to us and kind of like almost not quite, I don't want to say they didn't almost hit us, but they were a little close. They could have waited 5 seconds for us to continue pushing the SUV into a parking spot. I was like, those people, I'm not wishing ill will on anybody, but I kind of hoped that maybe when those people went out to lunch for the day, that they spilled their, you know, $20 Big Mac meal on themselves, or it fell on the ground and a pelican or a seagull or a wild bird stole it from them. Just saying that. So, I don't know, man. I feel like, what is wrong with our society when you see anybody who is, it doesn't even have to be the fact that we were a bunch of girls. Like, yes, because girls can do things. Hey, we pushed that car. I was like, I feel like a superhero right now. But the fact that so many people were just standing there staring at us and not even offering assistance, like, even if you don't mean it, you could just say, like, hey, are you okay? No, nothing. So, I was not in a happy mood after that. And now my cats are fighting while they're on the table. That's awesome. That's so awesome. And I felt bad. Luckily, she was calling somebody, and they were going to come pick her up and deal with the car situation. But yeah. Ugh. Then I felt guilty because I was like, I was so glad that it wasn't my car that made that awful explosion noise. They are spicy right now. Too much napping. Not enough energy being burnt today. I feel like when it's cold outside, they go into energy saving mode and they sleep all day. And then it's like, wee, I have lots of energy, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay. I thought I was going to sneeze. False alarm. Oh, my poor husband. I swear, he was feeling better, and then he got the flu shot at work, and it knocked him out, and he had to work this weekend. He's just like, I feel like death. I feel like death. And he looked like it too. And then I felt bad because, you know, he's exhausted. And, doggies. Like, when he's sick, you know, when you feel like you're congested and stuff, then he snores. And the snoring is very, you know, chainsaw-esque. So cats, seriously. I can't edit any more out of this video, so just any noises you hear, it's the cats fighting. So I actually slept, I slept in Sassy Lassie's room, because I was like, there is no way I'm going to be able to sleep in the room with him, because he was just, you know, and that's not his fault. That's being sick and not being able to breathe out of your nose properly. Oof. And then he thought, the next day, he said, well, I'm going to try to sleep in the recliner chair because, you know, maybe then I can sleep sitting up a little and I won't, you know, cough. And no, he barely got any sleep that night. It's like, oh, geez. It's like, I just want one amazing night's sleep. That's all I want. And of course, when I slept in Sassy Lassie's room, the cats decided that they were going to use that night as practice to scale the, you know, the bookcase and try to get into her closet and get into the window shade and everything. And, you know, I swear my kids can sleep through so much noises and they don't even flinch. Me, I hear a tiny little noise and I'm wide awake. I mean, I'm grateful that they can sleep through noises. So, true story. My son, when he was oh my gosh, I think he was probably like kindergarten, I want to say. We had just gotten a new security system. Like, we'd never had a security system. And we got one from, you know, like Comcast or whatever. And we had these 3 windows. And the guy who installed it said, well, to save you money, I'm not going to put a sensor on each individual window. I'm going to put a motion sensor that goes in front of the windows. And that way, if anybody, you know, enters through the window because, you know, they break it or whatever, it'll trigger the motion sensor. And I said, oh, okay, cool, great. No, not cool, not great. First freaking night. My husband was out of town for, I think he was on a hunting trip or something. So it's just me and the toddler, you know, I guess he wasn't a toddler. I think he was a kindergartner. Set the alarm. I'm feeling like super safe, right? yes, I have an alarm. I will know if somebody's trying to break into my house. I'm laying in bed. I'm watching something on my laptop, I think. And the alarm goes off. And it is not a quiet alarm, because it's an alarm. I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh my God, somebody's breaking into my house the first night I have my alarm. And so the alarm, they call and they say, we see that you have an alarm, is this a real thing or is it a false alarm? And I was like, well, I don't know. I didn't hear anything. I was awake. And they said, well, if it's a false positive or whatever it is, we have to charge you like $200. I was like, what? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, I can't afford $200. And they're like, well, is it a real threat? And I said, well, I don't know. And they're like, well, can you get up and go look? And I'm like, I guess, sure. Could you stay on the phone in case I die so you can call 911? And so because my husband was out of town, I had the little locking, safe mechanism with our, pew in it. And so the alarm is blaring, right? My kid is sleeping through it. No problem. Like, he's not even phased. So they turn off the alarm. And I'm skulking down the hallway like I'm in a spy movie where I'm armed and I'm creeping and I have my phone under my chin and I'm looking around and the guy said, well, it looks like the motion detected downstairs in where the 3 windows were. And he goes, but I didn't see anything. So, it probably was a false alarm. And I was like, okay. So I go down there. I see nothing. I see absolutely nothing. I checked everywhere and I said, okay, I guess it was a false alarm. So they didn't send the police. They didn't charge me $200, whatever. And so I'm watching. I'm all riled up. Kid never woke up. Never. I was sitting in the hallway like, armed just in case. I watched the footage back because finally it took a while for it to upload to the, website and whatnot. And I watch it and a piece of dust triggered the motion sensor. Like a little floof, like not even a dandelion floof. I don't even know what it was. That triggered the entire alarm system. And I called them the next day and I said, somebody needs to get their behind down here. All right, more interruptions. I swear, this is why I don't film when people are home. I called them and I said, no, somebody needs to come. And they're like, well, we're not really sure if somebody could come. I said, somebody needs to come and get this stupid sensor off of my windows and put individual sensors on there because that is dumb. And so somebody did come. And the guy, the person that came, he looks at the windows and he goes, why did they do that? And I said, I have no idea. He said this was a better option. He goes, that's a stupid idea. And I said, well, yeah, I think so too. I was like, that dust ball, whatever it was, is lucky I didn't shoot it because I'm like, I was on edge. Like, there was a chance. So, yeah. All that to say is my kid can sleep through lots of stuff. I can't. I think maybe that's just, I don't know. I don't want to say that's a parent thing because even as a kid, I was the lightest sleeper. That was my hand making that noise on the pen. That was not my butt, I swear. I've never been a good sleeper. I've never been able to fall asleep instantaneously. Even taking sleeping pills or, like sleep aids. Nope. No. So, yeah, that was, it's been a rough few nights of sleep at the house. At least for me and my husband. Kids, not so much. Not so much. Has anybody tried the new Starbucks midnight drink, the blackberry and sage refresher situation? I did, and I love it, which I don't like that I love it because I don't love the price tag of it. And so I decided, because I was like, well, that can't be that hard to make, right? I looked at the ingredients and, it's got blackberry, Okay. It's got sage powder. It has a ton of sugar, 24 grams of sugar. It's got their coconut milk, which is very sugar heavy. I think it had something else that had sugar in it. Oh, it has white grape juice, which has sugar. And then I think it actually had some other kind of sugar in liquid. And I think it has green coffee extract. That's the one thing I was like, I don't know if I can get that. But the rest of the ingredients I can get. I set out on a little mission. I said, I am going to try to recreate this at home. Well, I got the sage. I got the white grape juice. I don't have green coffee extract, but I figure, you know, I can fake that. I have almond milk. I have ice. You know what I can't find, though? Is frozen blackberries. Safeway had a spot for frozen blackberries, but the 3 times in the last week that I have been to the grocery store, it has not had any bags of frozen blackberries in it. There's a crap ton of frozen blueberries, they had frozen papaya, and frozen, what was it? Not passion fruit. They had another random tropical frozen fruit, but no frozen blackberries. I went to Trader Joe's. No, not even a spot for frozen blackberries. It was sad. It was very sad. And I did try to kind of make it similarly before I had the grape juice with just a frozen berry mixture. And it was okay. Kids said it tasted like nothing, which it kind of did. I feel like it needs more sweetness to it. And I mean, and I don't know the exact proportions and everything anyways. But it was very tasty, I will say. It is worth investigating to see if I can recreate it at home. Okay, these little fairy dusts. And I think I did mention in my kitting up for this canvas, I think I said there were only one AB and 1 fairy dust, which that is incorrect. And I learned that while I was looking at my AB drills to see if I could add in any extras, and I realized there were 2 additional AB drills in both the colors that I had already. So, yep. I will not be adding any extras to it, and that's okay. 819. And we did, I feel very responsible right now, I gotta say. We ordered from Costco. I swear, I don't only go to Costco, but it was a very Costco heavy week this last 2 weeks, I swear. We ordered emergency meal kits, you know, because they say you're supposed to have emergency food, you know, a 30-day supply for everyone in the family. Well, that means 5 people's is worth of emergency meals. And naturally, I went online and I realized, you know, I could get them from Amazon, or I could get them from Costco and use my Costco Visa to earn 2 times the points on my executive card, which seems like a no-brainer to me. And I ordered them, and it kept sending me 5 individual notifications every single time there was an updated thing about shipping and stuff, because they were coming in 5 separate packages. So UPS was working overtime in my email. I was getting, oh, your order's been placed. Thank you. And I'm like, okay, great. And then I was like, okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then it was, oh, your order's been shipped. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then, oh, your order will be delivered this day. Okay, great. Thank you. 4 times. Then they were out for delivery. Then they got delivered. It's like, oh my gosh, stop it. Like, I appreciate the notice, but could you just maybe just say, you know, this times 4 or this times 5, please? Yeah. But my email box is insane anyways. I get so much spam. I have a Yahoo address that I use for Facebook, and that's pretty much it. And I've had that same email address for, my gosh, like 18 years. And so I don't get anything actually important delivered to that email. It's literally my spam one. I get so much spam on a daily basis, and it all comes to that particular one. You know, people want me to refinance, want me to do this, want me to do this. It's like, no, thank you. I'm good. And you can't just click unsubscribe. And you can't, just, add to the junk folder, because it'll keep repopulating. I swear. It's maddening. It's maddening, I tell you. So, but now I have 30 days worth of food for everybody in the house. Not the cats, but they would live off of what we have, and I'm sure I could round up some dry cat food for them. Yeah, jeez, I'm ready. Well, no, I'm not ready. No, let's not say that. I'm not ready for any kind of natural disaster or zombie apocalypse or anything like that. Oh my goodness. Oh, why'd you do that? Don't do that. Don't do that. And oh my gosh, I don't know what I was going to say. I did have a very, not fun experience while I was randomly cleaning, because, like, as I said before, I was looking for things. Oh, seriously. This one area is not very sticky. There's something. I was looking in the cupboard, and I realized, as I was kind of like looking and doing that, I was like, I have a bunch of bananas, so I'm going to make some banana muffins. It's been a while since I baked. Christmas time-ish. Okay, no problem. Well, then you start using stuff, and then you start looking at dates, and you say, oh, my bad. Yeah, baking powder was not good. Baking soda was not good. A bunch of spices were bad. So then you start, pulling everything out, throwing things away. And I got the spice area done, and I was like, man, I'm going to go over to this other snack cabinet. And I was emptying some Costco sized boxes where, like, I could get like the Hello Pandas and the little mini Oreos for lunches and stuff. And I was emptying them because they were half full. So I was trying to combine things. And I pulled out a bag, and it was oily, like oily. Like somebody had drizzled olive oil all over this package. And I was like, what in the world is going on? Well, months before, I'm talking months, we had gone to Costco, and my husband saw these jalapeno, what are they? Like, it's like a salad topper, like fried jalapeno, kind of crunchy, kind of like French fried onions situation. He thought they would be more like chips or like a snack and not a topper. But it was definitely a topper situation. And so they got opened and they got put in the cupboard. Well, along the way, they had gotten tipped over. And something in there, I don't know why that particular snack was so oily, greasy, don't know. It had leaked all over the inside of the cupboard. There was, it looked like somebody just poured a bottle of olive oil on top of this bag. And it had gotten all over a bunch of the packages in the cupboard. So my quick little, let's just go through a few things, turned into take everything out of that cupboard and wipe it all down, because the oil, it smelled so gross. It smelled, I don't even know how to explain it. It kind of smelled like jalapeno, but I don't know if it was just a really, really oily snack. You know how sometimes you get like a bag of natural potato chips, and once you get to the end, you can kind of see visible oil, grease, whatever you want to call it. That's what it was like, but I could pour the oil out. And of course my husband was at work, and so I'm sending him pictures going, oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. This is so gross. And then I'm cleaning it, and the oven beeps because I was making muffins. I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm trying to clean the oil off of my hands so I can go and check the muffins. I'm just like, I am a mess. I am a mess here. I thought I was going to do something amazing for my family and make muffins and clean out the snack cabinet. And I was just making a mess and creating chaos. And then I didn't put down enough of the spray in the muffin tins. So then half the muffins barely came out of their little tins. I was like, okay, I'm done for the day. Duncan, he's trying to steal my pen. Duncan. No, he just swiped at me. Rude. So freaking rude, boy. Wow. Yeah. So I did clean out the cabinet. Threw away a lot of stuff. Ended up putting more than would fit into the actual garbage can into the garbage bags. So then I had to just kind of keep a bag outside until the garbage came and then, throw the next one away. Yeah. So that was my week. How was your guys' week? What are you working on? Tell me something fun and exciting and awesome. Oh, yeah. I would love to know. I would love to know something fun and exciting. Besides that, it was kind of the, usual ho-hum, ho-hum. Duncan, you are being annoying. Seriously. There's that. There is all that. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I need to up-date? I don't think I have anything else that I can think of. Yeah. So, let's see. That is where we were at sweet little Custard's face. Let me zoom out a little. Oh my gosh, so cute. Oh, so cute. Boop. Cute little nose. I will say, for cartoon images, Diamond Art Club does amazing. They really do. They really do. I mean, even some of the detailed ones too, but I feel like the cartoon images, like, I've not seen a cartoon image that I've been like, oh no, that looks awful. Look at that face. How can you not love that face? Okay, that's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you for joining me on my 75th WIP and Chatty rant. Woohoo, party! Here's to another 75 more, right? If you have not, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, hearting, farting, doing all the things. And I will see you guys again very, very soon. Big awkward hugs. Bye, guys.